Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Manifesting with Feng Shui. I'm your host, Kristina Hollier, and I'm so happy to be here with you today. Oh my gosh, it's a bittersweet day because today is the season finale of season 6. And what an incredible season it has been. It's been such a joy. I came back out to Austin, Texas to record here with producer Logan. Logan's still here too. Hey,
I'm
Logan.
still here. Haven't gone anywhere.
Thanks for hanging with us today.
Yeah, it's been another nice full day of recording. I just always enjoy your energy in the studio.
And I say us, like me, the listeners, but I appreciate all of you for being here. And especially those of you who've been here since the beginning. You've seen this podcast just completely evolve and grow and shapeshift. And it's been such a journey with all of you. And I just love you all so much. And for those of you who are new, welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope that you can totally binge this whole podcast because there's so much goodness. But just so you all know, season 5 was the first season that I actually came in here and producer Logan got on the mic and we started recording here in Austin. And it's just been a really positive experience. And I feel like I'm in such high service to you, to my community, when I show up in this capacity, when I, really drop in with you in the studio. It just feels amazing to be able to do this. And just the community that we've built is just so incredible. And I just love you all so much. And I guess I'm getting a little sappy because it's season finale. So I felt like I had to let you all know that. But, let's just get right into it. So today, the episode is called Get Noticed and Grow Your Business, Everything You Need to Know to Ignite Your Fame and Reputation. And I know this sounds like an interesting topic for our season finale. And why did I choose talking about how to grow your business and ignite your fame and reputation? And there's a few reasons, to be honest. First of all, we are in the year of the snake. So I can't believe it. It's June right now, but the year of the snake is a year to shed all that no longer serves you. And for a lot of you, that has to do with your career, your vocation, what it is you're doing in your day to day. And I really felt that this could be of really high service. And, I'm not saying you have to get up and change careers after this episode, but for those of you who have been really leaning into your passion project or even, starting up your own business this year or trying to nurture something that you've been trying to grow for many years, maybe, I just want this episode to be encouragement for you because the fame and reputation area actually has an impact on your career. It has an impact on how you show up in the world, how people perceive you. Activating fame and reputation can help you to, apply for banks for loans and get that huge loan that you need. Or it can help you to be seen by, an agency or a producer or someone who can give you opportunities that you didn't even realize existed. So fame and reputation is all about how you show up in the world, and it opens you up to so many miracles. So I really wanted to focus on fame and reputation in the final episode of the season because I really want to help you to grow and expand in that which brings you the most joy. I truly believe that if we all just did what we love to do and show up and share our gifts, we could and made a good living doing it, this world would just be a better place. So you truly can live a life of abundance by doing what it is you love. And that's what I'm here to help you to do today. Plus, it's summer, and summer is represented by the fire element. So let's activate the fire. Let's activate the fame reputation. So before we dive right in, Logan and I were talking in between takes, and I just actually learned something right before we started recording. Logan just told me he used to be a personal trainer. I'm like, what? I didn't even know this. So talking about career and kind of moving into people who want to change careers or feel pulled to do something else. You've had a couple career changes. Could you describe for me, you can take us back, but even just this year, in the year of the snake, this year of transformation and change, what is something that you have changed mostly in your career in the past few months?
Yeah, I would say the biggest shift that happened was actually stepping into what I have now become at this studio. Like I went from personal trainer in 2018 to a photography career. And it was in 2018 that, you're just kind of like doing everything to make money and get by and switch careers. And then 2019, I said, okay, I need to go full freelance into photography, and did that and gave up, finally retired from personal training. And then that just shifted that energy, because now I didn't have like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. It was like, I just have to commit to photography. I have to figure it out. I have to figure out how I'm going to make money doing it. And, it was just that sort of like sink or swim feeling. But because of that decision, then by 2020, I moved into the studio. And when I moved into the studio, I thought it was going to be a photography studio. And then COVID hit. And then people were coming out of COVID, realizing the importance of video content. And then podcasting was starting to blow up. So the studio started to shift into that. I just sort of followed what the universe was giving me. And it was saying like, hey, you need to create the studio more for video content now and podcasting. And I had zero experience. Like I was still a photographer. I thought I was going to be doing like portrait photography in here and headshots and all that stuff. And then I sort of went through a couple of years of like still loving photography and wanting to be in photography. But then the writing on the wall was telling me like, hey, this studio needs to be a content studio, like a video podcasting studio. And so I kind of battled with that a little bit. And then it wasn't until kind of last year that I was like, okay, I'm leaning into this is a podcast studio. And then it wasn't until literally like 2 or 3 months ago that I was like, I'm not even marketing myself as a photographer anymore. I have to let that go, as much as it kind of like saddens me in a way. And that's not to say I won't do some photography for friends or something like that, friends or family, but I like had to make the conscious decision. And then I was like, okay, my new business cards are going to be, I'm a podcast producer and consultant. Like that's what I do now. Like whether like it was like staring me in the face, and I still was like holding on to this identity of photography and didn't want to let it go. And there was also a part of me last year that was like, oh, well, I can still kind of make money with photography. It was a bit of a scarcity mentality. Like, oh, can I still get jobs for photography? Because the studio maybe had a bad month or whatever. The second I let that identity go and shift into I am a podcast producer consultant, the number of inquiries that flooded from my website and my inbox and calls and everything, it's like literally tripled.
Amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that. I'm just like, it's kind of like this law of attraction, or there's got to be something like when you take something away, you create a void, like something has to fill it. And that's exactly what happened. And
I had to make that declaration to God, creator, universe, whatever you want to call it, of like, this is who I am. So now send me the people.
Yeah.
And it happened. Like, I can't deny that I surrendered to letting go of that identity. I surrendered to the unknown of like, oh my God, this is going to be my new job, career. This is what I'm doing. Surrendering to the unknown of what that's going to feel like. And then sure enough, I was validated with that decision by the number of inquiries that came through.
Did it feel scary to actually proclaim that? Was there any kind of fear leading up to it? Or was it like once you actually did it, like was the fear like leading up?
The fear was leading up, but then once I actually did it, it felt so good.
Lighter.
Like, yeah, I'm just like, because again, the writing was on the wall. Like Logan, what are you doing? You're literally producing podcasts all the time. Your consulting business has taken off in the last like year and a half, 2 years. Like, what are you holding on to with photography? Is it because like you only got a couple years of it and you thought that was going to be your thing after personal training? Like there was just that part of my ego that was still like, but no, this is like, you love doing this. This is what you want to do and blah, blah. And truthfully, near the end of it, I could feel myself even like not wanting to go do photography, feeling like my clients weren't getting the best of me with photography. So I was like, and that happened with personal training too. That's why I had to quit personal training, because I knew they weren't getting the best of me because I was ready for something else. And in this year, what I was ready for was to be all in on podcasting.
You're like right on time though. Because again, the year of the snake, it's also a 9-year numerology. It's a year of completion. And like my numerologist, Felicia Bender, I meet with her once a year and she gives me personal reading. And like the way she described it, she's like, it's kind of like energetically, like you have to like take the garbage out essentially. Like the things that like you have been like holding on to for too long. It just like metaphorically, it's like starts to stink up the place. And you just have to be like, all right, we're letting that part that you kind of like had mentioned like ego death and stuff. And I'm wondering if like, do you see that as like almost like it's like an avatar, like a type of a personality that almost fit into that. And then it's like, would you consider that like an ego death, or is that like a whole nother thing?
Yeah. I mean, I think the ego death wasn't like being a photographer, like that personality or that identity. I think it was just the overarching theme of like the ego death was like, stop holding on to these identities, whatever they are. And I for sure had a attachment to the identity of photographer. Now, consciously, I was like, I don't really want to do photography anymore. But the attachment to it was deeper rooted in that scarcity mentality of like, well, I don't want to give it up because I might not have what if the podcasting doesn't take off? And
Right.
what if I don't make money? And what if this, what if that, all the what ifs, as opposed to just being like, I surrender, I trust, let that go, and something better will fill it. And it happened immediately.
So have you essentially been an entrepreneur though throughout all of these different phases of your career, like personal trainer, photographer, like you've been an entrepreneur?
Yeah.
Cause I'm like, oh, that scarcity. Like, so my whole scenario is a little bit different. And this is, between us and the audience. I don't know who's listening to this, but I've been going through it too. Like I work in public education, and that's a little bit different. I feel like because the scarcity mindset like really can get the best of you, especially as an entrepreneur, because, being in, working for the government or whatever it is, you have like this quote unquote safety net where you're just like, oh, like it's a salary. And like, even though there's like there's no ceiling when it comes to being an entrepreneur and it's so exciting, there's like this sense of safety, I think I feel sometimes around like that, like 9 to 5 in quotes, because that's not exactly my contractual hours. My contract hours are 8:25 to 3:45 because that's how we roll in education. And I've been in that world for like 18 years. And so there's parts of it that are a little bit restrictive, but also parts of it that I think my mind thinks is safe. But I think that as an entrepreneur, what I've learned to do even in my own business, in my Feng Shui business, it's like that mindset work of like constantly having to like overcome that scarcity mindset. It's like, I don't know if that ever goes away, but I think it's,
I think just like anything else, it tries to burrow itself deeper into you of like that fear or that scarcity as you start to evolve and expand and get bigger and grow bigger. I know like I had to go through it with even my personal training and then my photography. And now, like, if you had told me when I was a personal trainer that in 10 years I would be making what I'm making now monthly, I'd be like, holy crap, like, dude, you're doing amazing. And yet, present day, I can still get wrapped up in my mind of being like, oh, I don't know if this is like, is this enough this month? Can I be happy with this? Is this going to support my family? And my mind wants to get into it. But I'm not kidding you. The day I made the declaration and literally ordered business cards that were no longer about photography was the day I have had the 3 most lucrative months the studio has ever had.
Oh my gosh. So this is fresh. This is like the first 3 months. This is like the year of the snake. Like, so you're being so supported. So I absolutely love this for you. I think that's amazing. And I just appreciate you sharing that.
Thank you.
Because this whole episode, I just wanted to give people like, I don't know specifically what you're going through in the year of the snake, in regards to what you're shedding. And it could be, where you live. It could be, relationships, whatever it is. But a lot of you I know are going through it when it comes to career. And really, this is the year that you want to feel like you're living your life purpose and feel like you are contributing to the collective and to the greater good. And so if you are feeling that calling and you're feeling that nudge, like Logan literally like surrendered and like essentially like floated down the stream because that's what the universe was telling him to do. And he finally let go, and look what happened. And I think that that's just like a beautiful and perfect example. So let's talk a little bit about how you can activate the fame and reputation area and hopefully influence your career, hopefully influence your visibility, because especially if you're an entrepreneur, or if you just, you work in a sales type of job, and you want to be seen in the highest of light to call in soul clients and to call in those soul contracts that you can really feel super successful and feel like you're in alignment and feel like your clients are getting the best of you too. And activating the fame and reputation area is really going to be a powerful practice for you. So I want to give you one of my very favorite rituals. In fact, we happen to be recording this podcast during a new moon phase. And this ritual that I'm going to share with you today, it's one of my favorites to activate and to do during a new moon. The new moon is part of, I reference it a lot in my Quantum Leaper method when I take you through the Quantum Leaper method in the Quantum Leaper 3-month mastermind with me. And we really optimize the new moon phases by doing some of the most advanced wealth adjustments and planting our seeds of intention during the new moon phases. A new moon happens once every month, and a full moon happens every 2.5 weeks after that new moon. So you get a new moon and a full moon every single month. And the new moon is a great time to go within and to surrender and to plant your seeds of intention. So when it comes to manifesting with fame and reputation, the new moon is a really great time to really go within and determine how is it that you want to be seen by the outside world. What opportunities are you looking to call in? And, how do you want to see yourself really? I think that this is all about being a reflection of like, how do you want to see yourself moving through the world as well? So fame and reputation, we don't talk about this area a lot, but it's in the far back center area of your home. And this area is the only area that is activated by the fire element. And so the fire element is activated by the shape of a triangle, colors of red and fuchsia, and then of course, actual fire itself. And for this exercise, for this ritual, I'm going to recommend doing this during a new moon. And I'm going to recommend that you get a red piece of paper or a piece of paper that you can color red and cut it in the shape of a triangle. And sit down, have something hot, have some hot tea or a hot cup of coffee, or even if you have like a glass of wine, liquor, wine, all of that is the fire element as well. So depending on what beverage you want, what time of day it is, you decide what's going to work for you for this new moon fame and reputation ritual. If you can, for me, fame and reputation in the far back center area of my home happens to be at our kitchen table. So I would sit at my kitchen table. Now for you, it might not be a space that you want to sit in. So you can kind of determine if it's possible for you. If it's in your living room, great, whatever works for you. But if it doesn't work, it's okay. Sit somewhere else. It's fine. Get your hot beverage, get your glass of wine, cut out that triangle. And on that piece of paper, write down your intentions, your affirmations of how you wish to be perceived by the outside world, and write it as if it's already happening. This area, now I like to just kind of riff and like kind of do like a stream of consciousness with this and like really let it flow. In fact, those of you who are inside of the Feng Shui Essentials experience, which I hope you are, is like only coming around once this year. And in the Feng Shui Essentials experience, I give you a fire activation meditation. So I would actually recommend, if you have access to the fire activation meditation, press play on that before you do this ritual, because what it will do is it will help you to activate the fame and reputation space through your visualization and help you to like tap into your subconscious. What does your higher self truly want for you? How does your higher self truly want to be perceived from the outside world? Why did you come down at this time in this human form? How are you meant to be seen? And how are you meant to make your mark on the world, essentially? So if you press play on that fire meditation, that is a bonus. So those of you in the Feng Shui Essentials experience, make sure you do that. And if you're not in it yet, this is literally the very last chance to join, because we are having our group call. Cannot wait to see you there. So I digress. Of course, that's in the show notes, but I digress. So if you can, do a meditation or do the fire element meditation. If not, go into just writing your intentions for how you wish to be seen by the outside world. So this could literally look like, say it as an I am statements, as if it's already happening. So like, I am a highly sought after expert in my field. I am highly acclaimed and recognized for the work that I do, and people love to work with me. And I have a long list of clients waiting to work with me and benefit from my magic. I'm a great mother. I am so good at doing what I do. I am confident. I am beautiful. I am successful. Whatever, fill in the blank, right? How do you wish to be seen? I am trustworthy. I am resourceful. I am responsible with money. And that even can like help you to call in, like if you're looking for like a huge business loan or something. Like banks love to lend me large amounts of money so that I can accomplish my dreams. When people see me, they see me as someone who is an expert featured on HGTV, who worked with the highest, some of the most successful new thought leaders of our time and female spiritual entrepreneurs of our time. You can get specific, whatever works for you. You say it as if it's already happening now. Then you're going to fill up the paper, but if you really want to get granular, it is activated by the number 9 or odd numbers. And what you're going to do is you're going to take that piece of paper, that triangular piece of paper, and you're going to place it in the fame and reputation area. You can place it behind a picture where nobody sees it. You can place it behind a piece of furniture. Those of you who are one-on-one clients or in the 12-month manifesting journey, you know the 3 secrets: reinforcement, steal your intention. And if you don't know the 3 secrets, it's all right. Just set your intention as you're placing that picture there. And that's like literally all you have to do. Like that's how simple Feng Shui is. It's like you're activating that energy, that energetic imprint of your intention is going to be in the fame and reputation space. And literally there's nothing more you need to do. You can trust that the universe has heard, like the universe has your file. The universe hasn't forgotten your file. And you can trust that everything that you desire is truly on its way to you. So with it being summer, the season that is activated by the fire energy, with it being the year of the snake, the year where we are shedding skin, shedding the things that no longer serve us, stepping into our highest soul calling. Next year is going to be a 1 year in numerology. Next year is all about new beginning, right? So we have to be able to let go of the old in order to make space for the new, or like how Logan shared, like literally the moment that he was able to proclaim, like, this is no longer my line of work. This is not my identity. I'm fully stepping into something else. He created a void. He created space for the universe to fill it with those new dream clients and all of those things. So you can do it too. This is literally this is it. If you want to see me, you can find me inside of the Feng Shui Essentials experience. We have 2 live group calls during that experience. So I would really love to meet you, see you there in person. It would be amazing. You're my community and I love to connect with you. So you are welcome to see me there. Otherwise, I'll see you on Instagram or, just see you around, and I'll see you next season 7 already. It'll be here before you know it. But until then, Logan, thank you again for having me here in the studio. It's been an amazing day of batch recording and just an amazing season 6.
Thanks for coming in. Like I said, I just really appreciate having your energy here. I feel honored that you fly in to come to the studio and hang out with me for the day. And, I've said this before, you were the first person that's ever asked me to kind of be on the mic as the producer for your podcast. And it's just always a ton of fun. Yeah.
So glad. Actually, that's like one of the key themes for the Year of the Snake. It's like, Gabby Bernstein has said this, and I'm sure it's been said in other ways by other people, but she talks about how measure your success by how much fun you're having. So I love that you brought that in. It's truly it's true. It's like we came here, we incarnated on this planet at this time to enjoy our lives. And I think we sometimes forget that little piece. And so I've been really trying this year in the 2025 Year of the Snake to really keep coming back to that, if it's not fun, how can I find the joy in it? And how can I enjoy this human experience more? Because last year, the year of the dragon, 2024, was a very hardworking year. And it was just like yang energy and go, go, go. And it could have been very fun, but like this year, the year of the snake, it's like the year to like stop and smell the roses and like to lean into some of the things that you enjoy. Maybe if it doesn't even make you money, you just like go back to the things that you love. And so I've been really trying to remember that. And like the secret friend this year of the secret friend of the snake is the monkey. And so I always come back to like the monkey gets along with the snake because the monkey reminds us that like even though the snake has this yin energy that we're in right now, it's like the monkey is like, yeah, what do we do when things aren't happening fast enough? What do we do when things aren't manifesting at our pace or going our way? Well, monkeys just like hang out. They swing on the branches and they enjoy the journey. And so that's my wish for you to enjoy the journey. And I'm so excited to see you again for next season. Thanks again, Logan.
Anytime.
All right, listeners, I will see you next time where I will help you design the life you deserve. See you soon.